since the 1970s, we've had a problem with women basically having this role in TV, pop culture, etc., as the authority figures and the competent ones in the relationships, the rationally sounding ones in the relationship. If you watch, maybe, I would say it started maybe like with the Cosby Show and a couple of these other like TV sitcom shows. It made men out to be as bumbling idiots, while women are the rationally sound, logically sound, deductive problem solvers, right? And what this has actually done is it's created like a false sense of security in female decision-making skills, right? It's created a false sense of security in female competence. It's created a false sense of security in a woman's ability to create security. What we've essentially done by pushing out all this very woke, female first, women are always right, men are wrong, women know what they're doing, men don't, men are dumb, women are smart, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. All this propaganda that's been going on for several decades now at this point, right? It's basically us putting a square peg into a round hole. You might be able to get it in there, but it's never going to work as efficiently as if you put a round peg into a round hole, because that's what it's designed for. Can a woman be a police officer and be good? Sure. But you're going to need an exceptional female to be a competent police officer, whereas if you have a regular guy, he's probably going to be just as competent, if not better. So in other words, and this is no knock to the women, but women have to be superior in like the top 10 percentile to compete with the average guy. Well, if you need to rely on the top 10% of women to get things done in certain professions, we're going to have a very bad time. So what it comes down to, and this is the ugly reality, the average man is simply more useful than the staggering majority of women. An exceptional woman is equivalent to an average man, and no one wants to admit that. But that's what it is. And from decades of television and propaganda, bullshit like this, right? We have been led to believe that it is appropriate for women to be authority figures within the confinements of a heterosexual relationship. And that could not be further from the truth. Because women, as much as TV or music or pop culture wants to tell you that women are equal to men, they're simply not. They could drag this as long as they can. They've been trying this since the 1960s, to be honest with you. But biology is biology. So it is what it is. And Instagram reels like this feed in to the propaganda. Because what are these guys doing? They're taking a submissive role and saying, our wives told us to not have too much fun, so we did this. Now, obviously, it's all, oh, Myron, it's just a joke. It's not that big a deal, man. You're taking this too seriously, bro. It ain't that, like, bro, come on, man, live a little. Take it easy. Well, sir, we've been taking it easy for 60 years. That's how women got all this power, dummy. Okay? This is the concept that we call death by 1,000 paper cuts. We've been getting cut for 60 years. We're about to bleed out, man. You guys get it. Okay? This has been a problem for a very long time. And the thing that makes feminism so pernicious is you guys don't even realize that it's happening. That's what makes it dangerous. That is feminism's greatest asset. The secrecy, the camouflage, the embedding into cultural norms, television, media, sports, popular culture, music. It's a poison that's been infected into this society and we're just dealing with it. And to call it out is a problem. It's become such a problem that it's now normalized. You think any of these guys like tell their women what it is? You think any of these guys are like the decisive decision maker in their household? And let's be extremely blunt here. I don't want to say it, but let me say it. This is exactly why I tell you guys you got to get your sexual market value high, okay? Let's keep it all the way 1,000, bro. If I went on some landscaping site, all the niggas there would look like these niggas here. Hey, it is what it is. I got smoke for you enchilada niggas too. Like, bruh, you know, niggas got the tribal tattoos. What is it? 1999? What's going on here? Are these niggas Mexicans? Are these guys Samoans? Are these guys Hawaiian? Like, what's going on? Philippines? I don't know. Niggas got tribal tattoos like it's 2000 what? Like, nigga, what? Bruh, come on, man. Come on. You can tell they're all short. Now, one of these guys is 6 foot tall. You know, go to the gym a little bit, fine, no problem. But let me tell y'all something, bro. And let me be explicitly clear about this. If you're a more average looking guy, you're under 6 feet tall, you make average money, you have to be even more on point with your frame, bro. Let me give you guys a cold hard reality. Having money and status isn't gonna save you. What it does though is it buys you time, okay? It buys you more time. If you have low sexual market value, and maybe you're not the best talker, but you got a bunch of money, you'll be able to attract a certain demographic of woman maybe that only cares about money. and she'll tolerate you longer. If you're deficient in one thing, you're going to have to pay for it later on. So if you're going to be a more average guy making 50, 60, 70K per year, under 6 feet tall, you better get your ass in the gym. You better be extremely masculine. You better be on point. You better be planning all the dates, telling her what it is, setting things up from the beginning, because you have less room for error. The higher your sexual market value, the more you can get away with. I'm going to say that again. The higher your sexual market value, the more you can get away with. Okay? I'll give you guys an example. A regular guy texts her. She doesn't respond, whatever it may be, whatever. He starts double and triple texting her. That's going to be bad. Clavicular double texting, not that bad. You want to know why? Because his status, looks, etc., that offsets that behavior that might be considered low value in that example. You're able to bend the rules and not adhere to certain guidelines if you are exceptional in certain regards. Now, I don't like talking about this because niggas think that they're all exceptional. Well, I could get away with this too, can I? No, you can't, bro. I'm sorry. No, actually, you can't. Not all you niggas are going to be Chads. I'm sorry. Okay? All right? So that's the ugly reality about the sexual marketplace. The more attractive you are, the higher sexual market value is. And remember, your sexual market value is comprised of many different factors: looks, money, status. The higher they are in all three components, the more you can get away with. The more mistakes you can make before it starts to hurt you. But the lower your sexual market value, the more you're on a tightrope. The more you got to become a dancing monkey. The more you got to lick. The more you got to pay for things. The more you got to pursue and chase, the more attention you got to give her. You ever see that ugly guy that's not really rich and you're like, how the did this guy get this girl? You want to know why? A lot of the times, relentless pursuit. Relentless pursuit. He had to do the dancing monkey shit. He had to take her out on several dates. She made him wait. Nigga said, I'll play the game on difficult mode. Because let's be honest, a lot of guys just want to get their wet now. They don't want to do the self-improvement. They don't want to max out their SMV. They don't want to go to the gym. They don't want to make more money. They don't want to work more hours. They don't want to learn game. Some niggas just want to get their right now, so they'll go ahead and do the simp game. I've been saying this for 6 years now. I've been telling y'all niggas this shit since 2020. Yo, don't get it twisted. You can easily lose your girl to a simp. Do not get it twisted. You can easily lose your girl to a simp, bro, because simps are willing to do more than you are a lot of the times. Simps are willing to chase. Simps are willing to pay. Simps are willing to give her the world. And all you need is an opening where you're not available or you guys get in a fight or some bullshit like that. And he could maybe, if he's persistent, get in there, right? So don't get it twisted. Simps get too. The problem is that their investment in getting said is not equal to what they put in. So in other words, there's zero reciprocity. They gave 100, she gave 10. They do all the pursuing, she never pursues. They still get the though, but they got it under terrible pretenses. But they can still do it, is my point. Some guys are just relentless. Chase after a girl, chase after a girl, chase after a girl. And they just they wait around, she a couple chads, niggas around waiting for 5 years, eventually gets her. That is a viable form of game. I mean, I don't like it, but there's guys that do that shit. So what am I trying to say here? What I'm trying to say is this. With the rise of feminism in the 1960s, we started to make men take a back seat to women. Since men had been running the world for so goddamn long, the women basically said, we're here and we're strong too. Give us a chance. So the media, run by who also pushed feminism, said, you know what? I like this. And we're strong too. Give us a chance. So the media, run by who also pushed feminism, said, you know what? I like this. This will make us some money. They get pushed more in music, get pushed more in television, get pushed more on sitcoms. We start to see the rise of female actresses, female-led roles. We start to see the rise of talk shows, sitcoms, bringing up the female experience. Then we start to see women take a more prominent role in leadership in these family TV shows. We start to see women being the rational leaders, logically sound problem solvers on these TV shows. We see women going to college. We see the rise of free love. We see birth control become a very affordable and ubiquitous solution to controlling birth, hence in the name, birth control. So all of these different factors perfectly synced up to create where we are now, which is what I call a gynocentric social order, where the female way of thinking is the right way of thinking. That's how you end up with a bunch of enchilada niggas over here saying our wives told us not to have too much fun in Bali. What are they inferring? That the woman is the boss in the relationship. What are they inferring? That they're subordinate to their woman. Now, I get it. Myron, it's just a joke, not a big deal. But the fact that it's a joke is the problem in the first place, guys. This is a microcosm of a much bigger problem, which is what? Male authority is a joke now. We saw this yesterday. I showed you guys a clip with the chick that was getting married. And she told Chief Keef, you have 10 minutes, I'm going to get married. And he responded. And she put it on TikTok. Some niggas in the chat. Myron, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. Well, let me tell your dumb monkey something over here, okay? Let me tell your dumb monkey something. That mindset that it's a joke, that mindset that that type of behavior is acceptable, that mindset of like it's just harmless fun, it's also going to be harmless fun when you walk into your house and there's a Nigerian plowing your because what she told you all that time was, oh, he's just a friend, it's just a joke, don't take it too seriously. Stop being so controlling. Have a sense of humor. Lighten up. And you, because you're a nigga, you listen to your woman. All right, maybe you're right. Maybe I should lighten up. Maybe I am being a bit controlling. Yeah. You know, I read a book, Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. You know, you're probably right. My therapist said I could get a little controlling, yeah. Right? That happens for a day, a week, a month. Her relationship with this guy friend gets worse. You don't know it, though, because you backed off. You don't want to come off as controlling. Next thing you know, you walk in there, some nigga named Dikembe's on your... Now you don't know what to do. Let me go ahead and decode some womanese for you dumb niggas in here. If your girl ever says, you're controlling, translation. I don't like the fact that you hold me accountable for my poor decisions and are willing to walk away from me because of said decisions. Because let me be clear about this, guys. You're not going to tell your girl, hey, you better not do that. You better not do that. You let her make a choice. Because we don't got to control over here. Don't control us. We don't control them. We control our destiny. That's the only thing we control. And it's up to her if she wants to be within that destiny. Okay? And it's your job to make sure that destiny is fruitful enough where she wants to be a part of it. A lot of you niggas ain't got no destiny. I'll be honest, man. A lot of y'all niggas are cooked, bro. Y'all niggas don't got a future, bro. Finito. It's me or him. That turn to Goku, nigga. Oh, the easy decision. You ain't got no future, nigga. There is no destiny for you, bro. The game is already over. Okay? It is over.
Fatality.
But for some of you guys that do got a future, right? It's not about being controlling. It's about being in control of your life and being in control of the people that are going to share the benefits of said life. So it's very simple. Hey, you want to do that? Cool. Just understand that you're single when you come back, if you do. And then she can make a choice. Isn't that what women fought for? Didn't they fight? I'm just giving them what they want, right? Like, didn't they fight for the women's suffrage choice? Like, right? Because I'll tell you how niggas this, like what, 50 years ago? The you get with the Sean Connery?
Welcome, punch!
I think I'm being charitable. I think I'm being pretty charitable, all right? Compared to what it used to be, you know? So it's up to her. She decides what she wants to do. If she wants to go